Hey everyone, so I am back, okay? So I'm using this brush, okay? It's like a blow dry brush pretty much, and I just washed my hair and I just want to straighten it out a little bit just so it's a little bit easier to manage, but I'm not going to put too much heat in it. But guys, I just wanted to show you how I am doing this, okay? I know y'all don't want to sit here for 4 hours and see me blow this out in slow motion, so I'm just gonna finish this up real quick, But I just wanted to talk to you guys for a little bit, so make sure you watch all the way past this sped up part of the video. And as you can see, my hair is growing, it's getting longer, fuller. Yeah, so I'm just going to continue to straighten this out and show you a few things that I put in it as well. Now, this is a Dr. Miracle intensive spot treatment oil. So I'm just putting it at the places where there's just a little bit of thinning to help the hair grow back there. Sometimes you can have a little bit of thinning due to braiding and things of that nature. But yeah, guys. And Donna's recipe, okay, if you know, you know. All right. Donna's recipe definitely helps and promotes hair growth. Donna's recipe is definitely one of the products. That's the truth. All right, so go and get you some Donna's recipe, okay? By Miss Tabitha Brown, of course, hair oil. I'm just gonna rub it in, rub it in, rub it in. Okay, guys, so I just finished blowing out my hair a bit. Not too much heat. And I washed my hair. This time I did not condition in the shower, but I conditioned using good old Grow Aid medicated black hair oil, extra strength, Kuza. I think Kuza is how you say it. But guys, if you are not familiar with this, $3.99 found in the beauty supply, okay? If you're not familiar with this, you're missing out. Now, you have to protect your pillows, because if you lay on your sheets with this, it's not coming out. Okay, so it does have a medicated smell when you first smell it, but it does wear off. But this stuff is great, guys. This stuff is great. Grow Aid. I'm a little bit tired, but I thank God that my hair is growing. I did have a bit of shedding, but I had it in a protective style as well. So what I'm trying to do right now and work on is I'm working on less shedding. So, switching up diet, more water, and things of that nature. But I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys. Listen, I wasn't trying to get pretty for this video, okay? I just finished doing my hair. It's looking crazy. I'm looking crazy, okay? But I wanted you guys to also see the growth. I know I look like I got electrocuted, okay? But I wanted you to see the growth. I need to get used to using my camera because how it looks here, I don't even know. But guys, I mean, I had a trim a few months ago, so my ends are not bad. Okay, my ends are not bad. I don't know if it's, my hair is pretty healthy. It's pretty healthy. So, my hair is pretty healthy and it's fairly thick. I had some braids in at one point. So, sometimes you get a little bit of thinning here, but it's been growing back, guys. It's been growing back. My edges, I got my baby hairs, okay? I still got my baby hairs, all right? Because I'm not trying to mess those up. So all of you who are braiding your hair and letting your hairline go back here, please stop watching your hairline go back. All right, please stop doing that. Please, because you don't want it to get to a point where you can't grow anything else on the horizon up here. All right, so please, all right, don't let your hairline go back to China. Okay, just, you know, let it stay right here in New York, you know, or let it stay right here in Florida, or right here, Atlanta, wherever you are. Okay, don't go from, you know, Florida, Atlanta, New York, you know, all the way to, you know, Europe. Don't do that, guys. So yeah, so I just wanted to come on here and just talk to you guys a little bit. I noticed as well that the video that I get a lot of views on are my notary videos, which I'll touch base on more. And what else? You know when you just lose track of your thought? The video is talking about menstrual cycle, right? And my experience and taking Vitex Berry and everything like that, right? So I'm just talking to you guys in my natural state right now, my natural habitat. I don't know what to do with my hair right now. I am gonna figure it out because I have to go to work. So I'm not trying to go to work looking electrocuted, but I just wanted it to be a bit easier. What I may do is I may twist it, you know, do some twists. You know, I may go like this, maybe, you know, part it like this. All right, and then I may just go like this. Yo, who parts using their finger? All right, go like this. And then what I'll probably do is just take it and twist it going forward so they're laying like this. Guys, you see that growth? I mean, if you've seen a few of my other videos, maybe with other videos with my hair a bit shorter, and I've been committing to not cutting my hair. You know, guys, once you start cutting your hair, you really get scissor happy. And it's not a bad thing. But what happened is I'd always cut my hair in reverse. Okay, I would always cut my hair in reverse, which means in the seasons. So in the summertime, I let it grow. And in the wintertime, I cut it low. Ooh, that rhymed. For some reason, I don't know. But what happened is then when I saw styles I wanted, and I wanted to braid my hair, I didn't have enough hair to braid. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to commit to letting my hair just grow and see how long it can go, you know. Before I first cut my hair and I just let it grow, I had, I mean, afro. When you talk about afro, okay? So I wanted to get back there. I'm trying to get like that Tabitha Brown down afro, okay? So guys, I'm gonna be sporting my afro in the summertime. But yeah, you know, I'm just trying to work on keeping it, you know, keeping it hydrated in a sense, not letting it get knotted too much. What I've started doing, which I should have been doing a long time ago, is when I wash my hair, I start to wash it with it. I wash it with it twisted. If it has too much buildup, I start by washing it while it's in big twists. And then once I feel like all, you know, the buildup and stuff is cleansed from my scalp, I take out the twists and I kind of pull my hair apart just a little bit, and I get in there and, you know, clean the rest. And then sometimes I may comb it out in the shower. Sometimes I'll wait till I get out, you know. But back to what I was saying before. All right, you know, I've been getting a lot of views too on the video talking about the menstrual cycle. And I had a crazy one, guys. I had a crazy cycle. It didn't come for 2 months, okay, ladies. There's a lot of you out here who can connect with what I'm saying, all right? It didn't come for 2 months, and then it came for 1 day. And I'm saying this because the struggle is real, all right? And I'm definitely trying to see what else is going on. Sometimes you have to get second and third opinions, because that the pretty much nothing was really said to explain all the bleeding and why everything's so out of whack. But I definitely know my hormones are out of whack, so I'm gonna do my best to fix that. But yeah, it didn't come for 2 months, and then which something stress is a whole nother topic, and I think it probably didn't come for so long, maybe because I was under a bit of stress. And but 2 months, and then it came for one day. Excuse me, it came for one day, and then nothing, right? And then like a month later, it came for one day. Not a month later, sorry, a few weeks later, it came for one day, then nothing. And then booyah, like a week or two later, I had gotten, sick. I got cold and stuff. And man, right after that, after I got over the cold, cycle came. And it came with vengeance. Okay, it came with vengeance, I feel like. And I forgot I had the Vitex berry, but I told you guys, because a lot of you comment on the Vitex berry, and some of you have started taking it after seeing my video, and it has helped you. One person even said that they they weren't planning on getting pregnant, but they did. And so it helps. It helps in different ways. And I actually had stopped taking it, not really because of a specific reason, but to be honest, I cannot stand taking pills. I don't like taking pills. I don't like swallowing pills. And so I have a hard time being consistent with pills sometimes, taking things in pill form. So what happened is I kind of fell off of taking it. But during my cycle, I mean, it says not to really take it during your cycle, but during my cycle, I started taking it for real, because when I say the pain was immense. Okay, the pain to the point where I contemplated calling the hospital, because I was in so much pain. And I mean, the only way I got a tiny sense of comfort was to slouch over the couch, as if, like, if you're doing a home birth and you're rocking back and forth, or you're sitting on the ball, or or you're bending over and somebody's rubbing your lower back, and you're like, in that type of position, if you're doing a home birth or something like that. Listen. And it was excruciating. Okay. But I made it through, y'all. I made it through. I started taking the Vitex, and like within 3 days, because it was also coming very heavy. But thank God there wasn't a whole lot of clotting. And if you know, you know. Okay. I'm not going to elaborate on that right now, but it was a lot of bleeding. It was heavy. It was heavy. So, yeah, and so it lasted for about like 7 days. Aunt Flo will do this thing where she comes for about some days, and then she'll just disappear, go about her business, and, nothing for one day, and then come back the next day, and then disappear and go about her business again. And that's it. I don't see, her till hopefully next month, if she decides to come next month. Or, so hopefully, yeah. But that was my experience this month, guys. I mean, so, I've been talking about two things at once: my hair and the cycle and everything like that. But just touching base with you guys, because it's been a while, y'all. It's been a while. And thank you to all of you who have subscribed thus far. I used to be one of those people who I try to get everything perfect, when I start these videos, and it's just not like that sometimes. Okay. And I don't want to be held back from sharing moments or information, especially with you guys who it has benefited. So sometimes, I'm not trying to come on here looking all crazy and whatever, but sometimes it's like that. It's like that, okay? These are real moments, okay? I've been doing my hair, all right? These are real moments, okay? So don't come for me in the comments, all right? If anything, I hope this was an inspiration to somebody watching right now. But at least my hair is clean, y'all, okay? At least my hair is clean. So, with that being said, thank you to all of you who have subscribed and who will subscribe. Let's get it to 500, y'all. Then let's get it to 1,000. So I keep forgetting to look at the camera. It's over here. But I have a camera. I have the Canon 50 Mark II, something like that. But it's been so long since I used a DSLR camera or like a camera like that I have to re-educate myself, okay, on aperture and ISO and all that stuff. So I can make sure my shots are looking on point, because we all have to progress. But in the meantime, I'm using good old faithful iPhone, and yeah, it's gonna have to do for now. But yeah, guys, so my hair has been growing, y'all, despite everything crazy. Um, you know, yeah, it's been growing, and another thing that I did is I decreased the amount of products that I'm using. I learned about what my hair porosity is and what it needs, and the best techniques for my hair to like not get very dried out and to not break a lot. And I'm gonna try to make sure that I do maintain getting my ends trimmed, but it's been a while, and I try not to do braids a whole lot either, because your hair does shed when you leave it in braids for a while. And so, but if I do put braids in or a style like that, I try to leave it in for at least a month, and that way, whatever I comb out or whatever dead hair is there or anything like that, excuse me, what happened is I'll have like new growth. Okay, so yeah, I use this brush here for those of you who are wondering. I used this. I've had it for a little while now, but this is what it is actually. This is what it is. And I believe I got it from I got it from a beauty supply store. Got it from a beauty supply store. So I'm pretty much, yeah, what I was saying before, right? And let me show you this real quick. That I'm just, and I'm sure you guys have seen other YouTubers do this, but I'm just gonna take it like this and just do some twists down like this. I'm not trying to make the parts perfect or anything like that. I'm really just trying to keep my hair in I want it to have like a bit of just a little wave, but I also want it to have a little bit of length too. So yeah, just do it like this. See? And voila. Right? Look at that, man. And my hair does have like a lot of shrinkage, so listen, if you know, you know. But it has a lot of shrinkage, so yeah. But when it's stretched out, okay, don't sleep on me. Don't sleep on me now. All right, don't sleep on me. Right? Don't sleep on me. So yeah, so I think I'm gonna do it like this. Do it going all the way around, and then tomorrow I'll just take it out. Because I have to go, I have to go to work. So I'm out here looking like Miss Sealy right now. But yeah, so I'm gonna do it like that, and I'm really glad though that my hair is still healthy, and not damaged, or anything like that. And then when I take it out tomorrow, it'll have a bit of, a little bit of wave. Yeah, but that's what I'm gonna do. But listen, I hope you guys have enjoyed this real video, real talk. I'm gonna, I'm definitely trying to get back to my podcast too and things of that nature. But I really just hope that, when people watch my videos or when you guys watch my videos, you're encouraged because, people encourage me as well. And, just like this video, everything in your life is not always going to be on point. But I'll just keep going, right? And for those of you who have either started your hair journey or maybe you're discouraged because your hair is not growing or different things of that nature, it takes patience, right? But yeah, and I've just been, trying to take better care of my hair, and I'm gonna work on taking better care of my health as well, because it's difficult when you fall off for a while or you're very active and then you fall off or things of that nature. So yeah, I'm just going to just see what's up and I don't know, see what to do do my hair and call it a day. But yeah, let me know if there are any topics you guys are interested in talking about in the comment box. Maybe any styles you want to do. Most of the styles that I do on my hair I do myself. And maybe if you guys want to see like what type of hair regimens I use, what products, like I told you before, when I started to, like, my hair started to cut off and I was having I was having issues as well with my crown area cutting off as well too. And then it was kind of like starting to spread. I really did not like that. So I stopped using too many things at once as well. There's certain products I stopped using. I started to look at like the ingredients in some of the hair products I was using and just kind of figuring out like what really works for me. And also treating, I can't always do it like every month, but I try, to go at least once a month to get a steam treatment on my scalp, you know. I'm probably going to detox my scalp too as well, but aside from that, I need to detox the inside, okay? So, at different points in your life, you'll need a spiritual detox, a mental detox, physical detox, all right, emotional detox. But yeah, let me know, guys. Let me know, if you enjoy my content. I'm here for those who are positive, and for the negative, any negative comments, they will be deleted. Okay, but I'm also willing to, when people give tips and different things like that, because it's great to learn as well. So I learn from other creators as well, but I don't compare myself to anyone either. I'm a unique person. I'm a unique being. My channel is unique. And at the end of the day, I want whoever's watching my content to be, I don't want to be stuck in a box, right? But I want my content to inspire, others, and encourage others that you can just be real. I'm saying that there's already so much pressure, on us to just have it all together. Not just women, but men too. But there's so much pressure just to always have it all together. And I'm here to show you guys that it's not always like that. You don't always have it all together. Your hair is not always going to be all together. I don't even remember the last time I wore makeup, to be honest. Okay, I don't remember the last time I wore makeup. Okay, but one day, it's really dependent on my mood or where I'm going. But that in itself, so, but to each his own. I'm not bashing anyone. Don't get me wrong, I'm not bashing anyone who definitely puts in the effort and goes forward every single day to make sure that their face is beat. I applaud you, okay? And that's not sarcastic, right? But for me, I just can't do it every day. I don't have the energy every day. My makeup routine is just very simple, and I've also tried to I've also minimized what I use on my skin as well, like my face and stuff like that. And I used to have like really bad, when I say blemishes, man, if I show you a picture, at one point I had so many blemishes on my forehead and things like that. Every now and then, you know, I'll get a pimple that pops out or something like that, and that's most likely due to something that I ate, you know, maybe, or something like that. But I don't get pimples often either as well. I don't know if it's because I've gotten, you know, a little older, and but I've never really had horrible skin. It's just at certain points in my life, you know, I've developed those things. And also too, you know, you gotta be careful when you have your hands on your face and stuff like that too, right? Of course, that can make you break out sometimes. But yeah, other than that though, I minimized certain things. You know, that I use, like my hair and my skin and things of that nature. I also stopped using acrylic on my nails, because I just use like when I feel like it, you know. Sometimes I may pop on the false ones, you know, or I may use the like the UV like gel nails, and I don't do that often either, because you know UV gel is not great for you. So I you know, I tend not to do that too often. Either, what's up with my words, right? I tend not to do that too often. But you know, it's just depending on, like, you know, how I'm feeling. But then the con to that is that the nails, you know, when they grow out, that gets annoying, because then sometimes I don't have the time to take them off, you know. But anyway, enough of me rambling. That's it. And I hope that something out of what I've said today or rambled about today has encouraged you somehow, you know. And yeah, but that's about it. So see ya again. You know, I'm definitely gonna try to upload more often, and you know, I'm just trying to come back on here full force. So later, guys. Bye.